I know. You don't need to remind me about my Skywars gameplay. I know that there are others better than me. The topic of this video, however, doesn't directly stem from that. What actually motivated me to make this was a certain Twitter thread discussing the concept of whether good gameplay or good commentary is more worthwhile to have in your videos. What's going on, everyone? It's your favorite blue guy here, and today I'll be talking about how being subpar at the game actually isn't all that big of a deal. Before I get into what I think of this thread and where I stand on the matter, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe today. I also have a Summer Long Rank giveaway going on at this very moment, like right now, so if you want to potentially win yourself one, click that annotation in the top right corner. There's no restrictions here, man. Anyone can win one. So what are you doing? Click it. Come on. Okay, so the whole thing started with a tweet by Intel Edits regarding Bedwars content. And now this video concept was kind of old, so this tweet is a little bit on the older side. This whole Twitter thread is about Bedwars, which is a game mode I don't play and very rarely make content on unless armed mode comes into play. However, I think a lot of what it says here is pretty universal to Hypixel content regardless. Intel takes the stance that it's all about the gameplay and that good commentary or editing doesn't mean anything if your gameplay isn't up to par. Greninja, not the Pokemon, but another prevalent Bedwars streamer / creator, directly disagrees with Intel and replies that as long as you have quality videos and a great personality that people can relate to, you should be able to find an audience and be able to grow from there. I obviously side with Team Greninja on this one because, well, look at me. From this point on, I'm going to talk about this and how it affects me and my content creation. Warning, I might devolve into a bit of ranting here, I don't know yet. One of the most irritating things someone can say to me without me asking for it is something along the lines of, you need to improve on your gameplay, or you're not that great at Skywars, and any similar sounding phrases. You're telling me something I already know here. I'm not going to directly accuse anyone that says those things or anything specific, but I want to let you know what I personally see and think when I see a comment or I see someone say this. When I see comments like that on my videos, it tells me that you take away the completely wrong thing from it. Imagine, right, that you spend a couple of weeks making a video about your former love for this new mode and why you think it could be better, and this is something you're really passionate about, and then you finally finish it, you love how it is, you go to upload it, you wait the next day, and then the comments are only talking about your gameplay and not the topic you spent all this time researching and such. That's kind of disrespectful a little bit. To me, it also says, I want to showcase how much better I am at the game than you by deciding to tell you everything you're doing wrong that I'm doing right. Now, it's a different story when I directly ask for gameplay feedback, which I will sometimes do, but when it's completely irrelevant to the topic, that's when it starts to annoy me. That's why I only try to include wins in my videos, because I know that if I don't, then the comments would only be flooded with things like that. And that mindset gets to me a lot, because I'm always thinking, I have to win. Every time I'm trying to get background footage, and even when I'm not recording, and it puts this unnecessary pressure on me that just never helps. That'll repeat and repeat when eventually I just switch to another game mode because I'm mentally drained, or I just stop for the day, and then it takes far longer for videos to come out. If it was up to me, I would absolutely just make every video have a blue background and nothing else. However, I feel like you guys would be bored to tears by that, and I'm a Hypixel guy, so I gotta include the Hypixel footage. I could switch game modes sometimes, and I try to do that when applicable, but I never find other game footage to be as interesting as it could possibly be. And when I ran a poll talking about it, most of you guys seem to agree with me there. Alright, that's the rant part over. Before I sign off, I should mention that this doesn't mean that I think you should purposefully play awful in games. You should still try your best, and I don't have issues with those trying to win the game. It's when it starts to get to an aggravating, arrogant type of oversweat when I start to see it differently. I have leather boots and a stone sword, and you have full diamond. You gotta stop building like it's Fortnite. You gotta stop prepping with pots right before. Stop chatting away during the game like you're in a roleplay house. For those who watch my stuff regardless of whether you come for the gameplay or the topics I talk about, I do sincerely appreciate it. I know my last few videos have kind of strayed away from a lot of comical stuff and have more so focused on actual topics with a serious mindset, but I want to start getting back into a few sillier video ideas in the future. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. May give me a break from the background footage grinding. Anyways, that is all for today's content. I do hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you download my texture pack, link is in the description, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Listen up, here's the story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. And all day and all night, and everything he sees is just blue, like him inside and outside.